Hey everyone, this is a review of the Star Wars Vintage Collection X-Wing, specifically Luke Skywalker's X-Wing from A New Hope. This is an older model, but it was just re-released in 2025, around summer-ish. Some people got theirs a little earlier, some people got theirs later. Here's a quick look at the box. Alright, moving on to the model. This thing is just packed with so much detail. It has a really nice wash over it, just kind of a grayish brown wash throughout the whole model. Unfortunately, R2 and Luke do not come with it. You have to buy these figures separately. I just have them inside for display purposes because obviously most people who buy the X-Wing are also going to have the figures as well. Moving on to the wings here, so much detail, so much greebling, and good wash and paint apps. The engines look so good. There's nice textures. This has like a texture if you run your finger over it. Here are the ends of the wings and the cannons. Here's the top. Lots of good detail sculpted in there. Moving on to the back. Here's the back of the engines. Really, unfortunately, when you have the wings open, this is as much as they go open. It's just not a good feature at all, really. It doesn't really work. This is how far they should be open, but the mechanism is just it's flimsy and floppy and they just don't open all the way, so I just prefer not to have it displayed like this, and I think it just looks a lot better if you just have the feature closed up and you just have it sort of in the normal position. I think that, it is the X-Wing that is kind of the feature that you should have mastered for this model. You should have got that right. And instead it barely opens, it's kind of floppy. That's really my only gripe with this model, besides the fact that it doesn't come with figures. There's really only two bad things, but yeah. And the mechanism is a little ugly looking on the back. I'd be more forgiving of the switch, if the feature worked, but it doesn't, so it just kind of makes it even more ugly. But yeah, that's pretty much my biggest gripe with this model. Side of the model here. That's what that looks like. Alright, here's the underside of the model. You can see some of the slight differences in the wings and the damage and whatnot. And while we're under here, might as well take a look at the landing gear. That's what they look like, and then they fold up like this, and then the top one as well. And the top one has a little flap you can close. So then now you can go into a flying mode. It's a really cool feature. On the bottom here as well is a storage area. It's not much, it's not really deep, but you can get little accessories in there. I just put Luke's gun and R2's third leg. They fit perfectly in there. Close that up, and then finally on the bottom here is this action feature that flips out like this. This is the ion cannon, so that flips out like that, and then there's actually a button. See if I can get focus on that. It's a really small button right here at the bottom, and that fires just a little plastic missile that represents the ion or proton cannon. I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah, really nice like metallic paint on that and good details as well, and it's really cool how it can just kind of flip around like that. Can go ahead and open this up. It's a little tough and now it's open. Right here is the little viewing device you can pull out for the proton or ion cannon. That's a really cool little detail. So that flips out right here, and then Luke can look into it like that to aim, and then that just folds back in there. And then I'm just going to take him out so we can get a better look. On the sides here are just some stickers with random lights and buttons and whatnot, and then on both sides there's those like little hose pieces. On the front here is the main control panel, and here is the joystick. You can put Luke's hand on that fits perfectly on there. And then this whole piece is kind of a flexible rubber, and what you can do is pop it off, and it's just connected by a little string there, but that's meant to come off so you can have easier access to put Luke inside. You don't necessarily need it to put him in there if you have, I guess, nimble enough fingers and good dexterity, but it's nice that that's an option. And then all the way on the other side you can see where his legs go and like the little footrest and stuff. That's pretty cool detail. R2 just pops out like that, goes in pretty easy. There's kind of a nice sort of pop to it. I can't explain it. It's almost like sort of airtight kind of feeling. He just goes in really nice, really smooth, and there's a nice little pop when he goes in there. And then it might not even be able to come up on the camera, but there are details sort of on the inside. Let me lift my light up here. There you go, yeah. Just some details in there. Overall, this is a really cool model. I think it has really good details, good sculpt, good paint apps, and some cool features on it as well. Unfortunately, we're at a point in time in 2025 where vehicles for the vintage collection are just expensive. I think it's even more unfortunate that this doesn't come with any figures, especially for the price. It's the same price as the New Republic E-Wing, and at least that comes with the Astromech. This comes with nothing, and I just think that's really unfortunate. But yeah, we just kind of just have to deal with the prices for now. Hopefully they'll go down in the future, but I don't think you're getting totally ripped off. It's still a really good piece, collector's piece, really good model. It's pretty good all around. So like I said, you're not getting ripped off. You're still getting a lot of your money's worth, just not as much as you probably would have in the past. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this review. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.